Most likely you clicked on this because you were searching for motivation or discipline or motivation with discipline. I'm focusing on discipline myself, and discipline means showing up and not waiting for the most perfect time to show up. Did you know if you were to Google discipline versus motivation, there's a bajillion people looking for motivation. The problem is motivation wears off. We're going to chat about how to be more disciplined. That way, when your motivation runs off, you have the discipline. You don't need the motivation because your motivation comes from the progress you're receiving because of your discipline that you've been practicing. That's a lot of words. Motivation, that's external. We're motivated because we see someone else who's motivated, or we're motivated because we watched something that was super inspiring. We're motivated because we just finished a book or we just got an idea. There's so many ways that we get motivated externally and internally. We get motivated by progress as well, but the progress is usually created from discipline. If we can shift our focus from getting motivated to being disciplined, the motivation is going to come from the actions that we're taking. That's me being here, showing up, disciplined. I told myself that I'm going to make sure that I show up on YouTube 2 to 3 times a week. That means like good, helpful content. I do a lot of food, fitness, and fashion. Honestly, my passion is in this type of talk. It's understanding yourself. It's understanding why I do the things I do, because guess what? If I can understand myself, you can understand yourself. And I swear, once you understand yourself, you are going to understand your triggers and why you're procrastinating and why you're not disciplined. It's as simple as that. So let's just kind of dive into this. I notice that I procrastinate when I'm trying to be perfect, when I'm trying to have the perfect situation, lighting, time, audio, have my makeup and my hair all done. I'm much more of a just do it kind of person. I'm better when I just jump in and I don't plan things out in too far much of an advance. I'm get an idea and run with it sort of a person. If I don't take action right away, the likelihood of that thing getting done, it really goes out the window, to be honest. I just had to delete a ton of footage from my phone that was from the last 4 or 5 years that I never did anything with, that just weren't relevant anymore, so I had to get rid of them because I cannot go backwards in life. So that's unfortunate because now the world missed out on some really great content. I mean, I was laughing, I was crying because I rewatched them as I was deleting them. Don't do that to yourself. Don't put in the time, the energy, and the effort, and take up the brain space to say you're gonna do something and then not do it. It's just a waste of thinking and brain space, and you could just use that towards doing something instead of thinking about it. Did you know that if you tell your goals to people, or if you think about your goals in your head, it almost feels as if you've already achieved them? When you didn't achieve anything, all you did was talk about it. I noticed that's really true for myself, and it could be for yourself as well. Because if you are going through the scenarios, this is what I could do, this is what that could lead to, and it's almost as if it already happened, and then I never execute it. And it's just taking away from me actually doing the things that I'm excited about and that I want to do. If you're having that same struggle, chances are you're experiencing the same thing. I'm a very I just get excited and I want to share my excitement with people. But is it really hurting me? I don't know. It might be. Honestly, I think it is. The discipline of deciding you're going to do something instead of just talk about it. A lot of my energy and effort gets wasted on thinking versus executing. If I took out all that thinking and executed, it'd probably take 1/10 of the amount of time and energy that all the thinking does. If you just get something out there, you can always tweak and improve upon it. But if you never get it out there because you're waiting for it to be perfect, chances are you're going to pass the time of when you needed to have that thing done, and you're going to move on in life, and it's not going to be relevant anymore to you, meaning you'll probably never put it out there. As a creator, and I'm assuming you're going to feel the same way, you want to create things because you want to improve the life. You want to improve the life of another. You want to improve the world. You want to have an impact. You want to leave an impression. And if you never accomplish the things, you're leaving all those impressions in your brain. That's one area where we could just discipline ourselves to do things. I promise. The difference between this with the camera and this with my brain is this is what I do to myself. I talk about these scenarios, these ideas, these topics. But if I'm not recording myself, all I'm doing is talking about them in my brain, and then they never get out into the world. So here I am, having a conversation with a camera in front of me, and you're on the other end, and I'm hoping that this is bringing value to you. There's a lot of people that have made books or podcasts just driving in their car. Instead of thinking the thoughts, they just speak them out loud. And I think that's amazing. I actually had that idea to do it a long, long time ago. Never acted on it, but I definitely thought about it in the car often, daily, when I used to commute to work. If this is resonating with you, start writing your thoughts down and executing on them, or decide to pull out a camera, pull out a recording device. Your phone has a recorder on it. You can just start recording yourself. Because this is how we learn. We learn from each other. We learn from ourselves. And if we share more with each other, the positives, the good things, the triumphs, the setbacks, we all learn from each other. And what I've learned from myself is that I let a lot of good ideas, a lot of good content, and excitement and energy just kind of go down the drain. And that's sad to me. I'm not gonna let that continue to happen. It's time to take action. Action cures fear. If you're fearful of making a phone call, just make the phone call. The fear's gone in 2 seconds. Fear is just because you don't know something. It's because you don't know the outcome. It's because there's an unknown. That's where fear comes from. Just do it. Nike style. I hope that this is helping. If anything, this is helping me. Just by me doing this, if more of us just took action, we'd have a lot less fear. We'd have a lot more brilliant people. Who knows, maybe even the cure for cancer. When we keep things to ourselves, we're keeping a piece of the puzzle to society. We're all a bunch of puzzle pieces. We ourselves are puzzle pieces. Do the things and then perfect on them and get better. That's the discipline that you'll master one thing and then you can add on another, because that one thing that you stuck with, you got disciplined with, you got really good at, now you can start adding new things to your life, because that's like a habit now. You've created a habit of just filming or recording or drawing or writing, whatever your thing is. Maybe it's just getting to the gym, working out, going for a run. I think there's a time and a place for everything, but my new discipline now is, Teresa, you are going to run 2 miles every single day, every morning. Wanna know why? Because all I have to do is throw on shoes and either go outside or go on a treadmill. You can do it anywhere, 2 miles. That's just my, hey, Teresa, this is your discipline moment. That's my one thing I'm committing to myself. And I have no decision to make. The decision's already been made. So I just have to execute and I just have to follow that decision. Same goes for me and my YouTube videos. 2 a week. That's my decision. I've made it. And now no matter what, rain or shine, I'm gonna be here. And hopefully my content continues to evolve and get better, because that's what happens. Practice makes perfect. So something about me that I've not really shared here, but I started sharing it a little bit online, is I'm an Amazon influencer. I get paid when I make review videos, and it's kind of opened my world to so many things. Whole nother video for that, but there's ways all around us to find new hobbies that can also help support a life we want to live. And it's just a matter of understanding and awakening yourself to know that. And I think having discipline and sticking with certain things versus finding motivation, you're going to be able to create your own motivation. You're going to become motivation for someone else. I kind of lost track of where I was with doing my makeup. I'm hoping that this made sense and that you can find ways to become more disciplined and start to achieve the things in life that you want, whether it be to start a business, get out and meet people, whether it be to go to the gym, create a vlog, a video, a social media account. I don't know what it is that you're interested in. They always say the hardest thing is to sit down and actually write. Writing is easy. It's doing it that's hard. That should be the easy thing. That's the exciting thing. That's where all the magic happens. So why do we get stuck in the thought of doing it? Oh my gosh, I have to do that. No, you don't. You just do it or you don't do it. You don't have to do anything, honestly. I'm excited. I feel really good about this. I don't even know what I said. I don't even know if it's gonna make sense or resonate with anyone. I'll create a playlist and you can binge watch it. And hopefully in the middle of binge watching it, you can also create the motivation and discipline that you need to do what you wanna do. All right, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this with a friend who needs some discipline, and become discipline buddies. Hold each other accountable, because it's so much easier when you have someone that you don't want to let down other than yourself, because we'll let ourselves down day and after day. That's what we do. But if you have someone else that you're holding accountable and they're holding you accountable, you're less likely to want to let them down. All right, be ready for my next video that's coming out on a Friday. All right, bye guys.